Whiplash, the masterpiece of obsession. That's the title of this video. Basically, I want to talk about, guys, Whiplash is one of those films that came out like, what was it, 2014, and it was one of those films that I watched and I was like, wow, this is truly remarkable. And it is truly one of those films that are modern day masterpieces. Now, I have about 6 sections that we're going to go through about talking about one of the in-depth things about Whiplash. It's more submittable topics, themes throughout the film being obsession. So let's talk about number 1, the core theme of obsession as the identity of the film. At its heart, Whiplash isn't a movie just about music and jazz or anything like that. It's a movie about the lengths that we go to being mediocre. Now, one of the things that I love is both characters, Neiman and Fletcher, have obsession ideologies, but from 2 parallel different ways, right? Andrew doesn't want to be good. He wants to be the great. He wants to be one of the greats. He wants to be remembered. He wants to be legendary. He wants to be, with the obsession that Fletcher has, is creating one of the greats, no matter what techniques, whatever things to do. Obsession doesn't begin as madness. It begins as desire and sharpens into compulsion, which ends up leading into madness, in my overall opinion of it. Fletcher is number 2. Fletcher is the catalyst of this film. Fletcher represents the belief that greatness is born only from suffering. He weaponizes that ambition. He has lots of ambition. He breaks his students down to see which one will crawl back stronger and which ones will end up running away in fear, not wanting to pursue a dream at all. He is not. The thing that I notice about Fletcher, and both J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller play both of these characters phenomenally well. The thing that J.K. Simmons' character Fletcher does is he's not just a teacher, he is the voice of someone's internal pressure. Going into number 3, the methods of obsession throughout this whole film, I think, is truly unique, yet very scarily inspiring in that sense. The film shows obsession through literally repetition and practice tension. Obviously, we see, for an example, Neiman practicing the drums, bleeding everywhere. His hands are in blood. The stress levels that he's going through, suffering from not having that type of normal day life, cutting off a girlfriend. Mind is going right into his craft and into his dream, so to speak. The physical damages, like I was saying, with blood, the destruction that Fletcher is throwing things in the room, screaming at Neiman throughout the whole film. The isolation, the emotional sacrifice is what I was just touching on just before, is like leaving your whole life out to pursue a dream. What is the cost? You're not going to have those relationships with your family members. You're not going to have relationships with a female. You're not going to have social skills, nothing like that. It is all just pursue this one dream. And the editing mirrors obsession through tight framing, intense cuts, if you notice that, and that claustrophobic sound. Specifically, Neiman practicing in his band, in his like drum set room, or if they're in the whole room together with Fletcher and the other two. The 2 switch, I forgot what you call them, switch people for the drumming sequences. There's so many sequences that are very tightly heavy. Obviously, one of the fucking sequences that I uploaded on my channel back in 2020, one of my favorite scenes is the give a retard a calculator scene. I really like that scene, and I really always wondered when I was uploading that, I wanted to see if it would spiral, and it did. Who took that folder? That's one of my biggest questions. I do truly believe Fletcher took the folder. There's a lot of theories out there that Neiman just hit it on purpose so that he had a chance to play without memorizing the music. Or without reading the music, he was able to memorize it. I do think Fletcher took it to give that Neiman that type of shot out there, whether it's to embarrass him, whatever was going to occur. I do believe Fletcher was that main part of it. Guys, going into number 4, the cost of greatness. Every gain Andrew makes requires a sacrifice, right? The first chair, in that sense, is anxiety and humiliation. More skill, physical injury, and focus is losing the relationships. Like I touched on before in the other 2, the methods of obsession, every gain just like the first chair, anxiety and humiliation that gets thrown at him by Fletcher. Now he's humiliated in front of all these people. Was he rushing? Was he dragging? Well, was he at all? That's the biggest question. Clearly, I don't think he was. I think it was all a play to get Fletcher into Neiman's head right from the get-go, and then him learning more skills, how to handle his skill with drumming and his like methods of not getting tired and things like that. Physical injury. He's punching through a drum. He's got blood on his hands. He can't stop. And the method of obsession with focus, loss of relationships, whether it's his family members, whether it's the girl that he was talking throughout the film, all these levels of obsession get even intensified towards the middle of the film, where he gets in a literal car accident and runs away just to try to make it on stage in time. With that, final breakthrough is self-destruction. The film argues greatness requires imbalance, so to speak. And the ending is not really a victory. It's a surrender to kind of both sides. Andrew no longer plays for himself, and he plays for Fletcher's validation in that sense. He is not playing to become better for himself. He is craving the validation that Fletcher will give him, even though Fletcher's whole motive is not to praise someone, is just keep punishing them and abusing them mentally or even physically for that person to, in his mind, get better and become the new Charlie Parker. Now, number 5, guys, is the final performance. Like I was saying, that really was the obsession wins on both sides, right? Obsession wins because there was really a surrender between both of them in that sense. You have Andrew just surrendering that he is not playing for himself anymore. He's playing for that validation. And Fletcher, in that sense, is more or less surrendering that Neiman is his guy in that sense, but he's still going to put him through hell. We don't know what happens after what happens after. We don't know any of that. But the reason why Fletcher smiles is because Andrew has become what he wanted in that moment. Someone who will destroy himself for the art. That's overall Fletcher's goal. Whether you agree with that or disagree with it, it's crazy because I understand that motive, but the methods are completely astronomically wrong. But also, I understand where he's coming from. You don't want to. One of the quotes in the film by Fletcher is that the worst thing to say to someone is "good job," and he's got a lot of reasons to do it, and it's crazy because, in the sense, Fletcher is the antagonist in that sense in the film, but you also understand every single motive, and that's why this movie is so fucking good. With that being said, guys, number 6, why is this film, why is Whiplash a modern day masterpiece? Whiplash is a film about ambition in the age of performance culture, hustle culture, and the fear of mediocrity. It resonates because its story is happening everywhere. In sports, whether it's in school, work, or online, it's everywhere. This ambition, this trying to become the best of what it is and beat out mediocrity. It's so relatable, yet so intensified in this film that your eyes are glued to the screen. It's got beautiful jazz. It's got great performances. It's got a great pace to the film, and it's got, honestly, I really like the cinematography. We are all Andrew in that sense, and Fletcher is the world we measure ourselves against. And I think that comparison, that we are all trying to beat mediocrity, and Fletcher is the one that is pushing us down, resembling the world, I think is something truly unique. But guys, have you seen Whiplash? Do you guys agree with my reasonings? Let me know your thoughts below, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys real soon.